Here with Romello Skuggs, Walt Dolla, Karl Williams Jr., and this is Undisputed Spit. Today we're going to be talking about Terence Crawford and his current status and his upcoming fight. Who is Terence Crawford?
I'm in no mood for your wife's crap.
Kick it off for us,
Let's get it
Walt
on.
We don't know yet. To be honest with you, but I know his contract with Top Rank is over in I think October, I believe. So I think that's more pressing issue than his fight. I've been hearing that he's going to fight Ramirez, which to me that's like going backwards again. Like I mean, my man just lost, so I mean, I don't know how that would be like significant, like you know what I'm saying. So, I think Terence Crawford should seek out like a Sean Porter or something, or somebody that's like a legitimate name. Like at this point, like I would want to see Terence Crawford and Keith Thurman, or Terence Crawford and Sean Porter. Like at this point, I just want to see him in there with like somebody for real, and a legitimate contender, like in a real welterweight, like for real. What you think, Karl?
I agree. I definitely want to see him in there with a contender, right? Like I want to see him defend the belt, and I love to see him fight. Let me say that first of all. I think he's one of the best that's out there right now. Let me also say that. But as a person who loves the sport of boxing, you don't really know until people challenge themselves. Like most basic good boxers can beat up sparring partners all day long. Most of them. I'm not saying Terence Crawford fought all sparring partners. He definitely fought his way up through the divisions. But my thing with him is, if you're not getting the money that you want to see, and you're not getting the fights that you want to get, and you have all this control, at some point, the onus of what your career becomes, what your legacy becomes, it falls on you. Like I don't want to hear at the end of his career nobody would fight when you have the ability to make certain fights. Even if you couldn't get the Errol Spence fight, you can get a Sean Porter fight, you can get a Keith Thurman fight. You're gonna have to pay them, but you can get the fight. Not even close to what you would have to split with Earl. So that narrative I think is being created, and I don't like it because I really think he's a good fighter. And I think he got his 50-50, if not 60-40, I think it's 60-40, 70-30 with him and Sean Porter. I think it's 70-30 with him and Keith Thurman. I think it's 50-50 with him and Earl Spence, but it's just the styles of the fights. It's just the styles of the fighter. So I think his career is in a interesting place. I don't want to see him fight Ramirez. We probably gonna get somebody like that, or Josh Taylor. So I mean, I just don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. Yeah, that's his guy.
Yeah, Bud Crawford's my guy, man. I agree with both parties, with both of y'all saying. Truthfully, it'll be an interesting fight, but he a PPC fighter too. You Danis, you guys. WBA champion. So that very great
I like that
too. And he gave Sean Porter really trouble, and it couldn't win either way. So
that'd be good.
I was watching that fight last week. Yeah, so him and Bud,
I can live with that.
For unification, that's a good fight for him. And I want to see him and Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia too flat-footed, and Terence Crawford would destroy him, I think. Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, they fight each other. So that cancel out. So I want to see if I do guys.
I feel you. I mean, like I think we all say the same thing. We want to see him fight a real welterweight and a real contender. Like at this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. What you think, DJ Life?
If he fight, hold on, not to cut you off, but if he fight you guys, that's the championship fight. And then if he beats him, he had the WBO and WBA, and he had the two belts as Spence guy. So it makes it more interesting. So that's my opinion.
Is Ugas gonna still be the WBA regular champion, because you know they got all these ridiculous belts, bro. So it's
Manny,
the WBA regular championship, and then Pacquiao supposedly has the super welterweight championship, or I forgot what it's called. It's a lot of belts. So my question, because I would like to see, and I'm gonna let DJ Life go real quick too, but my question, I would like to see him fight a Ugas, whether it's for a belt or not, just because of the competition of it all. I think Ugas will be a solid test. However, I don't know if that's going to be a unification, because from my understanding, there's some complications going on with when Pacquiao come back. Is he still the champ? I got to do my research, but if I ain't mistaken, there's some stuff going on with that. But I still would like to fight. That's a great fight.
I would definitely like to fight too. I definitely would like to fight. What you think, DJ Live?
Well, I think that I think if Terence Crawford fought either Sean Porter or Keith Thurman, he would beat them. I mean, lately their fights been going a distance, so I don't think they right now have the pedigree right now to beat Terence Crawford. Now, I'm more interested in the Jose Ramirez fight. One loss to Josh Taylor. And so I think that would be more of a better fight for Terence Crawford. I mean, even though I'd like to see him fight Josh Taylor or Earl Spence, but I think it's on him. I think right now Bob Arum wants him to fight either Josh Ramirez or a couple other fighters in his camp, and we'll see what comes out of that. I think Bob Arum really has the ear of Terence Crawford, and for some reason Terence Crawford really respects him.
That's crazy, but that's real.
That's hard. That's real. That's so hard for me to understand, though.
Right, I don't understand that either. But
I really don't understand. Can you elaborate on why you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe he got some kind of father figure, daddy swag on him or whatever. Maybe he's, his Mick. You know how Mick didn't want Rocky fighting certain people.
Georgia, Rocky.
And so, because he felt like he really couldn't beat people. I mean,
setups.
Yeah, I
but
don't
that's
know,
just.
Yeah,
I know. I feel you. It's a tough question to answer, and I've been asking that question a lot, to be honest, man. And I legitimately asked the question because, again, as a boxing fan, I don't really have a horse in the race. I want to see good fights. You know what I mean? There's certain boxers that I like, but I know everybody can be beat, bro. Everybody, anybody on any, especially in certain divisions. So it's kind of like you hate to see a guy lose, but a good fight is a good fight. So I asked that question legitimately because Bob Arum is the king of building fighters. Like he has built some of the, you name it, he built it. Okay, he's great for taking them from nobody to somebody. Not when it comes to that next level. His greed is too much there. So if he's fighting under Bob Arum, is it for some sort of protection? I have to ask myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should.
Maybe financially, it could be. It don't have to be from the ring, like you said. I think he'll smoke Sean Porter. I think he'll smoke Keith Thurman. But maybe financially, like, do you think you're gonna get robbed somewhere else? Like, did he pay for your doctor bills? I need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something personal, because business-wise, there's nothing there.